Inravio.com.
And welcome to the Weekly Show. Hello. It's another episode of the Weekly Show on the Inravio TV network. I am Chuck.
And I am Bonnie, and all he does is just make me giggle all the time.
There you go. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. So do you know what today is?
We've got really blinding lights day today. Is that what it is?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's actually a very important day in history.
Really?
Uh-huh.
And I missed it?
Yes. And you obviously don't know why it's an important day.
No, I do not know why it's an important day in history.
Well, actually, some very cool things happened today.
Okay.
Before.
I'm game, go for it.
1976, Disney logged their 50 millionth visitor to Disney World in Florida.
Wow.
50 million in 76.
In 76.
Right.
Where are
So I don't
they
even know
now?
what they're up to now. Not a clue.
Did they make it to 1 billion?
Probably.
You
They
think?
had to have, yeah.
Wow.
And then in 1949, the first automatic streetlights came online in New Milford, Connecticut. Not the red, green, yellow, but the lights that come on at night.
Right,
you
the
can
street
see.
lights, yeah.
In New Milford, Connecticut. I would have thought like New York City
Or something like that.
yeah. No, New Milford, Connecticut.
I'm
had the
guessing that's
first-
where they make the lights.
Maybe.
And they put them up and said, let's try these bad boys out.
Well, I mean, everybody had lights before, but these were the ones that came on automatically. Not on timers, not on, nobody had to flip a switch, nothing. These are the ones that came on because it got dark enough to need them.
And that was when?
In 1949.
Oh, well, before that, they used to have a guy who used to walk down the street
With a candle.
and light them.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
And also,
And they
this
did
is-
come on automatically. He would just light them.
Yes.
You didn't have to worry about them.
Well, this one is a big one.
Okay.
In 1962, Wilt Chamberlain became the first and only, believe it or not, professional basketball player to break 100 points scored in a single game.
He scored them himself?
Himself. He is the only one to ever do it.
Wow.
The closest one to him is 80 points. It's Kobe Bryant, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
100 points himself in a game.
Himself. He's the only one who's ever done it.
Wow.
So that record has stood since 1962. I mean, obviously other teams have had more than 100 points per game, but he's the only one who did 100 all by himself in one game.
Wow, that's crazy.
Pretty intense, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So we saw Star Wars.
Yes, we did. We saw Star Wars. Whatever it is, I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I know you.
And I even came back from Star Wars,
And quizzed Kyle.
quizzed Kyle, and stumped Kyle from the Save and Continue show, who has
Seen it
four times and will be seeing it again to see if I'm right, because we could not even Google it to see if I was right. That's how awesome I am at Star Wars trivia. The question is, one of the characters in the Star Wars movie,
In The Force Awakens.
in The Force Awakens, in the cantina / place that they went, the coffee shop,
The
the
bar.
bar,
Maz's place.
yes, Maz's place, had a microphone as a mouth. What model and brand microphone was it? No, that's not it.
Control room is stumped.
The control room is stumped.
That's because most people didn't even notice that it was a microphone.
Who does?
Okay, Sarah noticed it. She knows that there was a microphone there. She just didn't know what it was. So at least we were a little closer.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we are of the ambivalent people.
Okay.
We don't love it. We don't hate it. It was a movie. It was okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't like the, well, I'm not going to spoil it for people that might not have seen it.
Yeah, there was an occurrence that for those of us old people who grew up with Star Wars, we don't like it.
Don't like.
Actually, I think
down-
everybody in the world has seen this movie. And we're probably the
Going
last
down on
holdouts.
record.
I think we're the last holdouts.
Don't like it. Yeah, I mean, it was a little disappointing. It was As a little pickup thing, but a little disappointing on another end. So,
And the little robot is absolutely adorable. I want one.
He wants, yeah, want.
I loved how he's waiting for her to say yes, it's okay for him to come with her, and he's rocking back and forth, and you just get the impression of him like shuffling his toe in the sand, like, can I go, please? You know, it's so cute. He peeks around corners. It's adorable. Anyway. Okay, so you ready to get to it?
Sure.
All right, tonight we've got a great show. Believe it or not, it's an even split this week. Exactly half of our stories come from right here in the States, and no surprise to me, half of them come from Florida. And the other half are from all over the globe. We've got criminals, the silliness of politics, mythical creatures come to life, and lots more. So stay right where you are. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Chris Less Jake, and if Inravio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the Inravio TV network.
Village Music Shop of Mastic. 1-800-HEY-DUDE, your full-service store with personalized attention, school band instrument rentals and sales, music instruction on all instruments for all styles and age groups, for guitars, drums, amplifiers, PA systems, and accessories. It's Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Call 1-800-HEY-DUDE or go to villagemusicshop.com. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
What's up, guys? We're Scare No Fair, and we're here with Inravio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
Welcome back, everybody, to the weekly show on the Inravio TV network. Thanks for joining us, getting you over the hump.
Yes. I don't know, I'm all mellow now from that music.
Really?
Bring, bring. Yes, I'm.
All right, well, we found very simply that you can't fix stupid. So, what craziness have you found for us today?
Well, we're going to start the show, as always, in my favorite way, with stupid news. Okay. Well, you know me. I'm all about health and I'm all about health and fitness, right?
Sure. Absolutely. We make it to the gym, I don't know, 3-4 times a week.
Well, yeah, can you tell? Well, there's a new kind of yoga that if it wasn't so far away from me, I might actually do this one. Lindsay Istas of Calgary, Canada came up with a new kind of yoga she's calling Rage Yoga. She says it's a bastardization of Vinyasa Yoga and a great way to become Zen as blank. The classes are held at a local pub where you can expect lots of F-bombs and then stick around for a beer after class. Lindsay says she came up with the idea for the class because traditional yoga classes are too serious and overly serene for a trained fire eater / contortionist.
Wow, okay, yeah.
I'm trying to figure, how do you fit F-bombs into yoga? Like when you fall over because you can't do
backwards facing dog when all of a sudden you hear like your
crack.
Right, exactly. You hear something rip and you're like, ah, what do you, I don't know.
You're trying to do one of those weird poses and you fall over. That's when you do it.
Right.
I don't know how else you would fit it in there, but I would definitely be more interested in that kind of a class than those ones with the weird pipe music and stuff they do.
Well, what they should do is take a drink and secure it, and then you have to kind of stretch to get to it. Do you know what I mean?
That's
and every
where the
time
other
you
F-bomb shows
every
up.
time you stretch, you take a
Whack,
sip.
give me that.
Yeah, every time you stretch, you take a sip, and then you come back, and you stretch and take a sip, and you'd be shot in like 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Sounds
You'd
like
be laying
fun.
on the floor thinking you're doing yoga, and you're just like, big hum going on in your head.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, some teenagers in Mere Park area, England, have ruined things for all the rest. After a fight at a local McDonald's involving 20 teenagers and gunshots, many fast food restaurants are now banning customers under the age of 18 without an adult. Police are even encouraging owners to hire bouncers to keep customers under control. A KFC spokesman apologized for the inconvenience the ban may cause, but said that KFC restaurants have seen an improvement since the rule was put into place.
So,
interesting. So in other words, they're going to card you to see, you got a card, you got to make sure you're old enough to get a Big Mac.
Well,
we can sell you a hamburger, but we can't sell you a Big Mac.
No, you can go there, but you can only go through the drive-thru. You can't actually go inside unless you're over 18 or with an adult.
Personally, I just like going to the fast food restaurants in our neighborhood and watching the people that think they should be paid $15 an hour and laughing at them. Because I wouldn't pay them 15 cents an hour. How about that?
Well, yeah.
Some of them.
That's a whole nother story.
Some of them, but I can't, I can't say that about everybody at the fast food restaurant. Because when I was working there at the fast food restaurant, I should have got paid $15 an hour. For what? I don't know, but
just because you wanted it.
Just because I wanted it. Well,
yeah, exactly.
I think I got $15 for 3 hours worth of work. So
I think so. Yeah.
Back in that day.
Yeah, well, because when we started, it was like $3-something was minimum wage.
Was it really?
I remember $3.75 or something like that. Yes.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, how we survived on that, I don't know.
I was bringing home $18 a week.
And happy about it.
And happy about it, yeah.
All right, well, there's a new virus in town, and it seems to be on everyone's mind right now. It's the Zika virus. Apparently, this virus was first discovered in 1947 and was thought to only be transferable by mosquito bite. Scientists have been watching and studying and doing what they do, and they've discovered some new stuff, like it can be spread some other ways and that sort of thing. I'm guessing they're looking for money for research, so they started adding some scary claims, like how it can be linked to certain birth defects and how they think it can mutate quickly, and all that kind of stuff. They kind of had me right up until they started saying that it could get much worse pretty quickly because of the genetic material falling on Earth from outer space. Believe it or not, the process actually has a name. They call it panspermia. Really. So they're saying.
Now, wait a minute, isn't that the virus where your head comes out too small or something?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't that the thing that they were saying people's heads were coming out small?
Yes.
So you're like a cartoon. Your body's not like your head's
no,
like,
it's like the back of your head is missing or something. I don't know, but the point is, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this panspermia. Really?
Well, it's a pandemic.
They're talking about DNA type stuff that's falling from outer space onto the Earth, and changing the Zika virus into something else.
Really?
So
Is it
what
astronauts in the
alien
space station or something?
No, it's like alien splooge.
Alien splooge, just raining from heaven.
Yes. Yes.
Is that what it boils down to?
My God. Nutcases. Absolute nutcases.
But this is a thing.
The Zika virus is, yes, but it's not changing due to alien splooge. It's not.
It's a pandemic.
Yeah, the panspermia.
Panspermia. Well, it seems like this is a good time as any. Why don't we check in and take a minute with Joe from the 5 Off, 5 On Race Report.
Sounds good to me.
Hi, this is Joe Larson from the 505 on Racing Show on the Inravio TV network. If you missed last week's show, you missed our discussion about the 39 cars racing at Atlanta, plus the results from the Sprint Cup, Xfinity, and Camping World Truck Series as well. We also announced the 4 new candidates in the NASCAR Hall of Fame balloting, and also Stewart Haas Racing announcing a switch from Chevrolet to Ford, a move which will give added credibility to the Ford racing program. We discussed NASCAR's substance abuse program and how it has affected one crew member after a 2.5-year absence from the sport. We also discussed Jimmy Johnson's milestone win, number 76 for him, tying him with the late Dale Earnhardt Sr. So tune in next week to hear what went on at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway with the Sprint Cup Series and Xfinity Series. Also, live in our studio, Alan Peterson and the Checker One race team. We're talking about their accomplishments and their future goals. Tune in Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Inravio.com/live. And remember to check out all of our other shows on the Inravio TV network. We'll see you next Monday.
Thanks, Joe. I did not know that Jimmy Johnson was that close to Dale Earnhardt Sr. in wins.
I didn't
And
either.
apparently he tied his overall win category. Wow.
Well, Jimmy was doing really, really good for a while there. Like crazy good.
Yeah, well,
Like,
he's got
spooky
those.
good. Like
those,
deal with the devil good.
Yeah, those consecutive championships. Wow. Cowabunga. Wow, interesting. Yeah, don't miss that show, Mondays, 7 o'clock. EST. Well, a cyclist in Australia stopped to give a thirsty koala a drink from his water bottle while out for a ride along a local highway. Nick Lothian shared a photo of the encounter to the Facebook, showing him sharing a water bottle from his bottle to the thirsty marsupial. The koala can be seen resting on Lothian's front tire as its thirst is quenched by the friendly cyclist. According to Facebook Newswire, the company said that stayed with the koala until animal services arrived. The animal was released back into the wild the next day after being given a clean bill of health. Do they normally get that close to you?
I don't think so.
Unless there's something wrong, or is that...
I guess he was just crazy thirsty.
I'm guessing. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but that's adorable. How cool would that be to get that close to a koala?
Yeah.
Because I think they're actually nice. They're not.
Are they
mean.
docile?
I think they're nice creatures.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not positive, but I think so. I want a koala.
Yeah, no. Been down that road.
All right, so how about we take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll find out what's going on in the area from Rick Eberly, what's going on in politics, mythical creatures, and so much more.
world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
It's always been important to us to have music a part of our lives, part of our children's lives. At Village Music Shop, Bonnie and Chuck have not only made it possible for our kids to learn and understand and read music and enjoy playing a musical instrument, but they've also made it fun.
I really like coming here. I like coming to Village Music because everybody here is nice.
And they've inspired some creativity and imagination and taught them discipline. And along the way, they've gotten some self-confidence, really been like a part of our family.
What? Welcome back. What?
I don't know. I don't know. Just sometimes you're just funny.
I'm just funny.
Yes.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, I'm just funny. Well, looks aren't everything. What can I tell you? So, welcome back. So, what's about this mythical creatures? Unicorns?
Yes, actually, it is a unicorn.
Really?
Yes.
I found one?
Yes.
Was it in your room? Did you find it? Did you get it?
No, no. But it's not all about rainbows and unicorns for cops in Central California. A pony dressed up as a mythical spiral-horned beast escaped from a photo shoot and evaded capture for 4 hours. Juliet the pony bolted from a home in Madera Ranchos just as her owner, Sandra Booz, was taking pictures of her with a child. Multiple drivers reported seeing the 400-pound animal wearing a pink halter and horn trotting into traffic on different highways. California Highway Patrol officers scrambled a helicopter with an infrared camera and located Juliet in an orchard. She reportedly shied away from officers when they were approached, but eventually followed a horse ridden by Booz's friend into a pen. Booz, who is a personal photographer, regularly dresses Juliet as a unicorn for photo shoots with children. She said that Juliet had also escaped earlier in the day from a children's party and was a little sore from running 5 miles, but otherwise was fine. I'm thinking she doesn't like being a unicorn.
I was just about to say, I'm thinking the unicorn thing is just not her thing.
Yeah. Maybe she feels stupid having a horn.
Probably.
You know, Mom, none of the other kids have horns. Why do I have to wear mine? Maybe.
It's one of those cotton candy things turned upside down and jammed on her head?
Probably. Maybe she's allergic to the glue, and maybe it makes her itch. I don't know. But whatever it is, she doesn't
You think
like
they
it.
glue it on?
They gotta stick it to her somehow.
Maybe she's like, like a
little
birthday,
headband?
like a birthday, yeah, like a birthday hat. You know, it's
With a
got the
big old rubber band around a
big
poor
old
pony
rubber
head.
band around her nose.
I don't think she'd like that either.
Probably not.
No. Poor pony.
Unicorn.
Yeah. Unipony.
Unipony. Well, police have been dispatched to a location in San Jacinto County in Texas to arrest David Schumacher on suspicion of credit card abuse. But upon arrival, they were left surprised when they found their suspect trundling down the road at the controls of the pink Power Wheels electric car. The toy is aimed by children ages between 5 and 10. However, that hasn't stopped Schumacher from using it as regular transport. At the time of his arrest, Schumacher was reportedly looking for a battery for the toy, trying to flag somebody down. Can you give me a jump start?
Anybody got a 9-volt?
You know, I think it takes a little more than that.
Yeah, I think so. But can you imagine this big grown man just, driving down the street, sticking up the top of it?
I've seen it. They get too drunk to fish and they're going for more beer.
Apparently.
Hop in the Hot Wheels and we're on our way.
Wow. Oh, goodness. All right, well, this one actually kind of pisses me off. I want to know where PETA is for this one.
Okay.
A visitor to a zoo in the Netherlands captured video of a polar bear in a strange predicament, trapped with a crate wrapped around its body. Apparently it was like one of those bread things, with the bottom jammed out. The crate appears to be tightly wrapped around the polar bear's middle, but does not appear to be causing pain to the animal or hindering its movements. The filmmaker tagged the video saying the bear was stuck, but the zoo workers visibly were used to it as they did not react. I don't think that's a good enough reason not to do anything about it. Oh, we're used to it, doesn't matter. You know.
Yeah, I think it's time to hit him with the tranq dart and cut that thing off him.
Absolutely, that's not good for
What
him.
are we waiting on? Those things can be sharp.
Yeah. So Netherlands should not have a zoo, and PETA needs to get on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to be careful with those things. They, you know, once
Polar
those.
bear.
Yeah, you know, that when it opens up.
Big old square hula hoop.
Yeah, you break a hole in those. It's all well and good, but you try to pull it out the other way, and it kind of jams. And it hurts.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with that.
If he's in a bad mood, it's because the thing hurts.
Wearing a plastic belt.
Yeah. Not happy.
Well, this week and next week, so let's check in with Rick Eberly.
All right.
Hey, Internet. This is Rick Eberly, back on the interwebs to make sure your upcoming weekend is an awesome one. As always, there are tons of great events going down in New York this week, so let's get to it. First, multi-platinum recording artist Jeff Tate from Queensryche is at the Paramount in Huntington tonight for his special Operation Mindcrime show. This living legend will be performing all your favorites like Silent Lucidity, Jet City Woman, alongside other talented acts such as Extinction AD and more. The whole thing's being planned by 102.3 WBAB and kicks off at 8 p.m. Next, who's up for a Pink Floyd show? Okay, not the Pink Floyd, but it is the next best thing. This Saturday, be at the Space in Westbury for a screening of Pink Floyd The Show. This movie/musical experience blew the box office away, giving audiences an unparalleled visual experience set to some of the greatest music ever made. The show starts at 8 p.m. and tickets are just $55. Finally, Webster Hall, this Friday. Be there. Why? Rah, rah, riot, that's why. These pop juggernauts have spent the last couple years taking the pop rock scene by storm with their unique sound and incredible live performances. They'll be crushing Webster Hall's Grand Ballroom at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are just $22. That's $22 for Rah Rah Riot. I know. See you there. Well, that just about wraps it up for this week. But be sure you're following @Inravio on Twitter, liking our posts at facebook.com/InRavioWeekly, and visiting Inravio.com to check out our other awesome content. Also, be sure you're following me over at RickEberly.com and @RickEberly on all the socials. And as always, this week and next week is brought to you by Village Music Shop in Massac, New York, the one-stop shop for all musical lessons and equipment. See you next time.
Thanks, Rick.
Yay!
Always very interesting how Rick presents the what's happening around town on the interwebs.
On the interwebs, yes. All right, what do you think? Got one more in you?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, let's do one. No, this one's for you.
For me?
For you,
Really?
absolutely. Yes. One more story. Let's go.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. A Vienna man who got a speeding ticket for 56 euros and accidentally transferred 57 euros when he paid the fine online has now been told he must pay another fine of 70 euros for his honest mistake. The man received the speeding fine after he was caught driving in Vienna at 71 kilometers in a 50-kilometer area. After paying it online, he thought the matter was closed until he received another demand for 70 euros because he had paid the wrong amount. The administrative court confirmed that according to the law, it's not enough to pay the fine on time and use the correct ID number. It must also be the exact amount demanded. It seems that in Austria, you can be fined for pretty much anything. Earlier this week, we reported on the case of a Vienna bartender who was fined 70 euros for burping loudly in the proximity of a policeman. Well, realistically, if he paid an extra $1 and you calculate how much you owe him in interest, it's probably going to come up to more than 70 euros that you owe him back. I mean, he overpaid the fine is what it boiled down to.
Yes, he did. He overpaid the fine. But then, as I was thinking about it, and I'm hearing the story and reading the story and thinking about it and hearing the story, and et cetera, I started to think maybe the reason why they're fining him the extra is because it was a failure to
communicate.
To follow directions properly. So they're going to make sure that you do exactly what you're told by fining you if you don't do it right.
Really? You think that's it?
Maybe.
I think it's stupid.
Well, I mean, think about it. If we were to fine people for not doing the thing that they were supposed to when you tell them how to do it and they'd still do it wrong, people would start to do things correctly more often, right? I mean, if you said when you see somebody in an interview and they say something like, so what did you think about such and such and whatever? And they go, well, this other day I was talking to so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. That had nothing to do with the question that I answered, that I asked. So if I could find that person for being stupid and saying something that I didn't want them to say, maybe they won't say things that I want them to say.
It sounds all well and good. But at the same token, if he would have paid $55 for that $56 fine,
he would have gotten a $71 fine.
They probably would have sent his check back and refused payment.
I bet they wouldn't.
You think?
I think that. I think they would have kept it, and they would have fined him more because he did it wrong.
I don't know. It is stupid news, and that's
right.
why we call it stupid.
That's right. Apparently they're tough on you in Vienna.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, let's take a quick break. It's campaign season, and of course that means we've got some political stories that are sure to make you smile, or at the very least, shake your head. So stay with us. We'll be back with lots more.
What's up, guys? We're Scared No Fair, and we're here with Inravio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com. Village Music Shop of Mastic. 1-800-HEY-DUDE, your full-service store with personalized attention, school band instrument rentals and sales, music instruction on all instruments for all styles and age groups, for guitars, drums, amplifiers, PA systems, and accessories. It's Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Call 1-800-HEY-DUDE or go to villagemusicshop.com.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the Inravio TV network.
Welcome back. Before we get back into it, how about we check in with Bruce and Disco for the Glory Days 2-minute warning.
Okay.
Hello again, everybody. We're Bruce and Disco from the Glory Days Show, and this is your Inravio Sports 2-minute warning.
You know that Don Mattingly is the new manager of the Miami Marlins, right? Have you seen this yet? Do you know who this is? Why, that guy with the skinny arms is none other than the tainted home run king, Barry Bonds. Now, you may or may not have known that he is one of the new hitting coaches of the Marlins, but you certainly had no idea he looked like this. Bonds has been kind of a recluse since he retired from baseball in 2007 amid all the steroids allegation. The 14-time All-Star and 7-time MVP played 22 years in the big leagues, and he should have been a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Instead, his career has been tainted with allegations of steroid use, and the fact that he hit 762 home runs, which is 5 more than Hank Aaron, has caused most baseball fans to ignore him as the home run king. Of course, this is the Barry Bonds that we all know, the roided-out slugger that hit 73 home runs in 2001 for the San Francisco Giants. The argument had always been that he would have made the Hall of Fames without steroids, but facts are facts. Is this the physique of an athlete that was not using some sort of chemical enhancement? Is this the body of an athlete that is the product of just working out in the gym?
Yes. Of course, if you remember Barry Bonds 1.0 that played for Pittsburgh Pirates from 1986 to 1992, he was the MVP twice, in 1990 and 92, before leaving for San Francisco, and this is what he looked like back then. Must be something in the water in San Francisco that somehow mutated him into a super slugger where he became the National League MVP 5 times, 4 of them consecutively in his late 30s at ages 37, 38, 39, and 40.
And most people perform better in those ages.
Yeah, this is what he looked like in his final season in San Francisco at the age of 43. He also won consecutive Silver Slugger awards those same years and was a recipient of the NL Hank Aaron Award in 2001, 2002, and 2004 as the best hitter, voted on by fans and the media. Now take a look at the 1986 Barry Bonds and the 2016 Barry Bonds, 30 years apart. Still think he wasn't taking steroids and deserves to be enshrined and immortalized in the Hall of Fame?
Does Viagra count? You can get the lowdown on what's happening in sports and more on the Glory Days Show with Bruce and Disco every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. here in the East, only on the Inravio TV network. This has been your Inravio Sports 2-minute warning. I'm Paul Discofani, that's Bruce Oler, and you have been warned.
Well?
Thanks, guys.
I'm sorry, but okay, so yeah, he was a little puny nothing in the 80s, and then in 2007 he was this big, but you know, that could have been ring-dings too.
Ring-dings?
Well,
that's what did it for me, but...
Got you that physique?
Got me the physique, can you tell? Wait, well, this is me in 2016, and this is me in 2006. Still the same.
Still the same. Well, I mean, he was bigger.
One less hair.
He was definitely bigger. But, you know, in the uniform, you really couldn't tell what exactly made him bigger. So it could have been ring-dings. Didn't necessarily have to be roids.
Maybe that's what it was, yeah. Too many ring-dings.
All right.
Hitting those home runs with ring-dings.
You ready to get back to it?
Sure.
Okay. Well, if artists are supposed to suffer for their work, then Tom Miller must be suffering? I don't know. Friday night, the Gainesville, Florida-based performance artist will attempt to go where few others dare by staring at Ted Cruz's mouth for 2 hours straight. This has got to be some kind of tongue-in-cheek kind of thing because he was quoted as saying, "This is the most dangerous thing I've ever done." It's like being caught in the It's a Small World ride for 2 hours straight. The 50-year-old artist will be on a stage staring at a giant photo of Cruz without breaking eye contact. Blinking is allowed. Then an hour after his Ted Cruz stare down, Miller will unveil an original piece of artwork to commemorate the event. Miller insists the 2-hour stare down at Cruz's grin is not a political statement. Apparently, he is doing this, he says, because Cruz's facial expressions are at odds with his words, like he's smiling, but his eyes actually aren't.
I'm thinking he's doing it because he wants to get some exposure for his artwork that he's going to unveil.
I saw a picture of his artwork. Nothing to expose. I don't understand this. Okay, so Cruz is a little bit of a funny-looking guy. Big deal. So his eyes are not smiling when his mouth is. I know several people like that. He's a politician. I don't know. This whole thing is stupid.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
2 hours of my life shot to hell.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to watch him do it.
Of course not. Why would you?
But sticking with the whole Ted Cruz thing, this next story is actually another Cruz story.
Really?
Yes.
Well, a poll by Public Policy Polling found that a surprising number of Florida voters believe Republican presidential candidate Ted Cruz could be the Zodiac killer. While 62% majority of voters answered no when asked if they believe Cruz was responsible for the string of murders in the early 70s, 10% answered yes, and an additional 28% said they were unsure. Several reports say the rumor stems from a speech Cruz delivered at the Conservative Political Action Conference in 2013 titled, "This is the Zodiac Speaking," and has become popular again since he began his presidential campaign.
What's ironic is that people still believe it when they take into consideration that the Zodiac killings took place in 1968 and 1969. And Ted Cruz was born December of 1970. Yet he could possibly be the Zodiac killer. Oh, stupid, stupid, stupid Florida people.
Yeah.
Okay, this is no whopper. A McDonald's billboard in France gives directions to a rival Burger King. Of course, the Burger King happens to be 258 kilometers away, so the directions get complicated. And therein lies the Golden Arches point. If you're looking for a Burger King drive-thru in France, tant pis. That's French for too bad. The ad says that there are more than 1,000 McDonald's drive-thrus in France, and if you happen to be where this sign is, according to a tiny companion billboard, there's one just 5 kilometers away. Meanwhile, Burger King has less than 20 in all of France. I love the directions billboard. It's like giant. You know, turn here, turn there, turn here, turn there, blah, blah. You probably could just follow that road, just keep on going, and you'd get there, but, you know, they got to make it more interesting.
Got to make it more interesting. That's what it's all about. Well, as they never seem to disappoint, Florida's always in the news.
Of course.
A Florida woman captured video was an unusual scene. A horse parked in the disabled parking space outside a Jacksonville business. The video shows the horse tied to the protective barrier at the front of the parking lot and standing in the middle of the disabled parking space. It was unclear whether the horse, which appeared to be wearing Confederate flag-inspired bridle gear, had permission to be in the parking lot or whether its owner had the proper placard to use the disabled space.
And if he did, where would you hang it?
Where would you hang it? Jing, 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 jing.
I've never actually thought about or seen a person riding a horse down the streets of Florida. I've
No?
seen it in Colorado. I've never seen it in Florida.
True, seen it in Colorado.
Yes. Can you imagine somebody just riding a horse in, you know, the streets of Miami?
Wouldn't that be the Save a Horse Rider Cowboy guys? That would be them?
Are they from Miami?
I don't know. Aren't they?
I don't know.
That'd be funny.
That would be funny.
Okay.
All right, well, it's just about time for us to take another break, but don't go anywhere. We're not done yet, and we've got lots more to go. Stick around.
What's up, guys? We're Scared No Fair, and we're here with Inravio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com. Village Music Shop of Mastic. 1-800-HEY-DUDE. Your full-service store with personalized attention. School band instrument rentals and sales. Music instruction on all instruments for all styles and age groups. For guitars, drums, amplifiers, PA systems, and accessories. It's Village Music Shop. 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Call 1-800-HEY-DUDE or go to villagemusicshop.com.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the Inravio TV network.
And welcome back to the weekly show.
Welcome back. Well, I know it's time for Save and Continue. I know we got to do it, but I got a story I want to tell you first, okay?
All right, let's do it.
Let's go. Members of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, otherwise known as Pastafarians, registered their first official marriage celebrant in New Zealand. The group announced the news on its Facebook page, although the first couple that was set to be married by the new celebrant decided to call off their wedding. Their quote was, "Our happy couple made the wise decision, after traveling together for several weeks, to not tie the noodly knot. A wise decision," noted the minestrone. "'Tis always better to be alone, wishing you were knotted, than to be knotted and wishing you weren't. Ramen," they wrote. The celebrant, referred to as the minestrone, will travel across the country to perform wedding services free of charge. Couples will only be required to pay for her travel expenses and make a donation of between $150 to $800 to the church. Doesn't sound free anymore. The group, whose members are known for wearing colanders on their heads, won the right to perform marriages in New Zealand on December 10th, 2015, and registered its first celebrant on February 13th. A minestrone. I have to give him kudos for sense of humor.
Trying to, right?
Come on, it's funny. All right, I got that off my chest. Now I can focus on some new tech speak.
Okay.
So what's going on, Kyle?
Hello again, all you awesomely cool people. This is Kyle from Save and Continue, dropping by super quick to fill you in on all the latest happenings in the world of tech, gaming, and the interwebs. This week was jam-packed with news and updates, and I sifted through all of it to find this week's best and brightest. You're welcome. First up, Far Cry Primal has officially been released into the wild, no pun intended, and though there seem to be mixed reviews as to the quality and depth of the game, one thing is 100% agreeable. This game is fudging fun. Taking a big detour from its usual run-and-gun gameplay, the latest Far Cry title places you as a caveman in the year 10,000 BCE. What? There you fight other tribes of ravenous savages using craftable items such as spears on fire, clubs on fire, and arrows on fire. Pretty much anything on fire. The game doubles down on crafting like never before, giving a level of customization previously unheard of in any Far Cry game. The open world environments make for some truly ridiculous moments, like for instance a mammoth dipping its trunk into the water for a drink, only to have an enormous crocodile spring from the surface and drag it down into its watery grave. Things like that just randomly happen. Anyway, the game isn't without its fair share of flaws though, but including, and not limited to, an incredibly watered down storyline and overall forgettable gameplay. Anyway, Primal is available now for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, so if you're a fan of Far Cry, or Caveman, hey, it's your life, pick it up. Next, some real bad news for Mass Effect fans, of which I am one, so this really hits home. The next entry into the Mass Effect game franchise, Mass Effect Andromeda, has had its original release date of holiday 2016 pushed back to the first quarter of 2017, aka between January and March 2017. Bum-er. EA CFO Blake Jorgensen made the announcement during Morgan Stanley's Technology, Media, and Telecom conference. Though it's a shame we'll have to wait for the sci-fi epic, EA has a big year ahead still, with new entries to their Battlefield and Titanfall series coming. But if you really can't wait for some new Mass Effect, there are some supposed spoilers regarding the game's plot, multiplayer mode, and more floating around the web thanks to a supposed leaked survey. Finally, U.S. astronaut Scott Kelly and Russian Mikhail Korniakov, I'm sorry for butchering that, returned to Earth today after spending a year aboard the International Space Station, the longest uninterrupted period in the space station since its launch in 2000. Holy crap. This world makes Kelly the world record holder for the longest cumulative time spent in space by an American. Cool beans. The two spent 340 days above the Earth conducting experiments for future trips to Mars. Just leave Matt Damon at home this time. And bring potatoes. Once again, that's it from me, but be sure you're visiting @Inravio on Twitter and checking out our other awesome content at Inravio.com, usually /live. Also be sure you're following our posts at Facebook.com/Inravio.com. We will see you all next time.
Thanks, Kyle.
I want that game, but only if I get to ride a mammoth. If I can get my character to ride a mammoth,
That's what you want.
then I want the game.
Really?
I have to talk to Colin and find out if that's
See
a
if that's
possibility.
doable.
Yes. Yeah, if I could ride a woolly mammoth. You can ride a woman? Oh, I want the game. Eric says you can ride a woolly mammoth. Can be a cave lady with the bone in. Can be a cave lady with a bone in my hair and everything.
The bonehead? You already got the bonehead. You're halfway there.
I can have a badger as a pet, they tell me.
I have a badger as
I'm
a
in.
pet. I don't like it.
All right, well, it is now time for Fact or Fiction. All right, a Texan who claims Obama was a gay prostitute holds a commanding lead in a Board of Education vote. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Think so? Oh my goodness, it is fact. Mary Lou Brunner, a Republican candidate for the State Board of Education, has some unusual beliefs that have in no way inhibited her run. Brunner's most frequently reported on belief is that Obama has yet to come out of the closet and has a soft spot for homosexuals after spending years as a male prostitute in his 20s. Wow.
Interesting.
Ick. All I have to say to that is ick. I can't imagine any point in his life where he would be attractive enough to be a male
pull that
prostitute. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna scrub
But
that out.
a gay male prostitute.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't go for him. No. Ugh. All right, I need to scrub that out of my brain. Let's go on for story.
All right, number two.
Informing residents that this was the best way to ensure they were able to cast their ballots by the time polls closed on November 8th, officials at urban polling stations nationwide urged those voting in yesterday's Super Tuesday primaries to immediately get back into line for the general election. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Think so?
Just would be funny.
It would be funny if it was true. All right, let's go. Thank goodness it is indeed fiction. Could you imagine? Dude, it's February, but the only way that you're going to actually be able to vote come November.
If you stay in line.
Get back in line now. It's not the Beatles. You will be able to get back in line.
Well,
again.
March, actually, right? Yesterday, March.
Right, it was March.
But still.
Well, then that makes all the difference in the
Even
world.
better, you got to stay in line, man. You're gonna.
That's right.
You're not gonna make it.
All right, here we go. State conservation officers see their share of unusual sights, but it was a new one for Officer Steve Spiegel when he opened the door of a crashed vehicle to check for victims and saw a woman with a bloody nose busy crocheting. Fact or fiction?
Oh, it's got to be fact.
Actually, I know the answer to this one. It is actually fact.
Ugh.
The State Department of Natural Resources Conservation officer responded to a crash scene earlier last month because he was within a mile of the scene. After checking one of the crashed vehicles, he discovered a woman relaxing in the back seat crocheting. She was not seriously injured and was treated at the scene. Basically, what she said was, I was upset.
So was she driving, or was the car just going on its own?
She was in the back seat. She wasn't actually driving. She was a passenger. And she was agitated and nervous and kind of freaked out from having been in an accident. So she was crocheting to calm her nerves. She's me 20 years from now.
Okay.
No, you don't see that? It's
Yeah.
Yes.
On that note.
So, what do we have coming up? We got anything exciting happening? I mean, we're going to be in the St. Patrick's parades.
We're going to be in the big St. Patrick's Day parade on the 20th here at Montauk, Long Island, New York. And it looks like the whole Inravio crew is going to be out there, and we're going to be out there with cameras. And
are we going to paint ourselves green?
I don't know if we're painting ourselves green, but maybe. Maybe Sarah will paint herself green. She's just got that going on. We'll have some green hats or something. We'll get some paraphernalia.
Okay. All right. Go drink some green beer, maybe?
Green beer for everybody. Rawr.
Green bagels.
Green bagels, yeah.
There we go.
We got to stop in the morning. I got to feed everybody, so we'll get green bagels.
Okay.
And we'll stop in the afternoon and get green hamburgers and green beer.
Oh, boy. It's going to be interesting the next day.
It's going to be a lot of green.
Well, you got anything else going on? Anything you want to talk about?
Not that I know of.
No?
What, do you?
No.
What do you got happening?
I'm done.
I think that's pretty much it. We got Save and Continue tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So check out Kyle with the Save and Continue guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. on the Inravio TV network. And don't forget, we've got plenty of giveaway things on the contest page.
We have
from
contests
the
coming up like mad. You got to check out the contest page because I got lots and lots of stuff there for you.
And please enter to win if you'd like at the Paramount Theater in Long Island, New York. But you have to be able to get to the Paramount in order to take advantage of winning those tickets. There's all kinds of shows there.
Yeah, I'm not flying you in. You got to be able to get there yourself.
That's right. Yes. Absolutely.
All right. Well, if that's it, then I guess it looks like we're once again out of time. But thank you so much, as always, to all our amazing viewers. We'll be back with an all-new live weekly show next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only at Inravio.com/live. Until then, be sure you're visiting Inravio.com and checking out our other live shows, following at Inravio on Twitter, and liking our posts at Facebook.com/Inravio Weekly. We'll see you all next week.
That's right. Be good.
See you later. Bye.